Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me once again, and welcome back to Master of Magic. When last we left our intrepid band of deadly murderous trolls, we had just conquered the hamlet of Abanax. Now, Abanax is a dwarven hamlet, and dwarves are notable in that they produce more production, and they also get double gold. So Abanax is currently making me a whole bunch of money and a decent amount of production. I don't have any growth at the moment, so I do want more growth. Which is why I'm building this granary first. After that, however, I'm probably going to want to start creating dwarven swordsmen. Dwarven swordsmen are interesting because, unlike most other swordsmen, they only cost food to upkeep. They don't cost any gold. So if I have excess food, I can pump out some swordsmen and use them as cheap garrison troops. They cost 50. My troll spearmen cost 30, so they cost a little bit more than the troll spearmen. Actually, then I might want to pump out troll spearmen. The spearmen are one big advantage of the troll race. I mean, their units in general are a big advantage of the troll race, but specifically spearmen, because while they cost more than spearmen of other races, they don't cost any more upkeep. They don't cost any money, and they're tough. I mean, a unit of troll spearmen is pretty much as good as anybody else's swordsman. So you can actually expand in the early game pretty reasonably just by spamming out spearmen. I'm going to build another settler, I think. You actually don't want all that many troll towns, to be honest. Well, I want another troll town. I like trolls. I think trolls are pretty cool. They just take a long time to grow. So I am going to build another settler and see if I can get a troll town set up somewhere, maybe up here or over here where it will grow quickly. But this army, with this army, and I have one unit guarding here, what I can actually do is I could take those ghouls, move them back in here to form a garrison unit to take down unrest, and then crank the tax rate up, which would make me a huge sum of money. With a huge sum of money, what I can afford to do, because I'm an alchemist, is actually drop my mana income to almost nothing and start researching and increasing my skill. Because, you see, since I can swap mana for gold at an even exchange rate, gold and mana are effectively the same thing. If I'm making a whole bunch of money, I don't need a lot of gold. I don't need a lot of mana if I have a lot of gold, or vice versa. So my magic spirit is going to move up here where you can see what the garrison is. So the garrison here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dwarven halberdiers. No way can I afford to take on that town right now. But what I can do is leave all my death swordsmen here, since they are undead and then thus cost no upkeep. I can leave them behind to guard this city and keep unrest down, while I crank up taxes. All of a sudden I'm making 21 gold. I do have one dwarven rebel and one troll rebel, but I think that's a relatively small price to pay for doubling my gold income. Let's move you... stop. Move into that town. That troll rebel still hasn't gone away, but that's fine. It'll be okay. We have a food plus. We have a very significant gold surplus. We're going to buy that granary right away. Next, we'll put a shrine in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. Let me try moving the troll swordsman out. If I move the troll swordsman out, I still only have one rebel. Okay, good. So this troll swordsman can move around freely. So he'll start exploring. All the rest of these guys are going to patrol in this town. These ghouls are going to patrol in this town. And this magic spirit... I would like to take this hamlet, I really would, but unfortunately with all these halberdiers, I can't take them. There's 7 halberdiers there. So we've got our granary. Next we need a shrine, which will reduce unrest. That will unfortunately take 34 turns. I don't need you all to be farmers. I don't need that much food. You move out there, keep exploring. I am still +2 food, which is great. And, of course, I'm making a whole bunch of money. Those settlers are going to be done sometime soon, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to alchemize some of my gold into mana. And with 73 mana, I could cast Dark Rituals, but it reduces population growth and increases unrest. This is a really good spell if you have a whole bunch of free units sitting around, like what I get from ghouls. But instead, I think I'm just going to summon some more ghouls. Use my gold to pay for them. I learned a spell. I learned skeletons. So I can now summon skeletons. None of these are terribly useful. I'm going to start researching Mana Leak, because that is probably the most useful. I'm going to cut down my research a little bit and drop mana. Let's leave mana at 5 for now, but I'm increasing my casting skill quite rapidly. Magic-wise, we're going to alchemize some more money to make sure we have enough mana to pay for those ghouls. There's lots of gold down here, which gives extra income, so that's fantastic. Nothing much happening. How close am I to being able to buy those sellers? Actually, I may swap this. I may just change to the spearmen. Yeah, let's start pumping out some trollish spearmen. We'll get some extra food if we need it, but I think having a few extra troll spearmen units will make this whole process a lot easier. Okay, so we've summoned some ghouls, and we've got some troll spearmen. You may notice those two units in conjunction took away my unrest problem here. But that's not going to stay happening because I'm going to move them out pretty quickly. Let's alchemize more magic. Getting me up to 57. And summon another pack of ghouls. Why don't you cross the ocean and see what's down that way? There's another landmass. That is a chaos node. It is guarded by a great drake, which I am not going to attack. Alchemize more mana to pay for my ghoulies. You can move down there. Let's see what that landmass is like. So that town is not growing very quickly. I need my shrine because I really want some more production. As soon as I have one more spearman, what I'll do is I'll send out one more spearman. That'll give me 3 spearmen and 2 ghouls. I'll probably send out both my ghouls and 1 troll spearman to join this swordsman in conquering something. Okay, so ghoul, troll spearman. Actually, I'll tell you what. I forget what's in that. I think it's something really scary. I think it's really scary things in most of these. Let's send these guys down here. Try to take that town, which I think we can probably do. You patrol. You keep exploring around just a little bit while we wait. Okay, I've summoned my ghouls. So I now have yet another ghoul. If you move out, I think I immediately get a rebel. No, I don't get a rebel. Okay, good. My 2 spearmen do a better job than ghouls at keeping the people down. Let's get a farmer's market here, which will add even more food and more growth, which will allow me to support more units. What's in that tower? A Night Stalker. Night Stalkers are very bad news because they are invisible. Now, I think my death units can deal with that. But, of course, my regular troll units cannot. So let's not enter for now. Oh, there is a hamlet with 2 dwarven swordsmen. I will absolutely take that. It will be very easy to take. Do some exploring. You also move down there. So my trollish swordsman will move up there. I'll have him joined by the magic spirit. Alright, let's see what they've sent out, shall we? They have sent out 1 unit of swordsmen. You guys wait. You 2 attack this hamlet. Okay, so we've got 2 units of dwarven swordsmen. They are regulars. However, my troll swordsman should be able to win this just by kiting, if nothing else. By using the magic spirit to block for him. So here come the dwarven swordsmen. My troll swordsmen are going to cut him down. The magic spirit will clean up. You saw I got a unit back just then. So my troll swordsmen are just going to disengage to heal for a couple of turns. The magic spirit will keep pace. Yeah, let's attack. And that's it. We're not going to raise the city. We are going to capture it. All of you guys are going to attack this swordsman, and we'll just put it on auto. And since my ghouls killed them, I then raised them from the dead. So now I've got another unit of Death Swordsmen on my side. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You guys down here, you have a rebel. Get that Builder's Hall done first. The Builder's Hall is prerequisite to building pretty much everything of any worth. So you need that. And that guy has to be a farmer. Because every city has to produce enough food to feed itself, I believe, is the requirement. I can buy the shrine there, so let's buy the shrine. That will also give me a little bit more mana. Okay, so we've got our shrine. Everybody is now happy, or at least no longer actively rebelling. Next, let's get a Miners Guild. The Miners Guild will increase my special mineral bonuses, so this, which gives me extra money, and it will increase my production by 50%. So if we go to F1 here, we can see this space gives me, +2 power, so the Miners Guild will give me an extra point of mana, actually. As well as 50% extra production. Yeah, why are you going that very, very roundabout way? Go there. And you go there. Okay, you 2 units. Actually, you all probably need to stay put. For now. Let's have the Magic Spirit stay put. These guys have gone up to veteran level, so now their armor has increased, which is great. Let's have you go up there to prepare for the attack. You just patrol for a while. It'll be alright. Hold your horses. Ooh, a hero for hire. So Theria the Thief. So this is one of the really cool things about this game. You can get these heroes, and they are special single entity units that you can equip with magic items, and they can level up and all kinds of cool things. Theria has a pretty decent melee attack, okay armor, good hit points, agility +1, so her defense goes up by +1 per level of experience, and she is charmed, so she never fails a resistance roll, which effectively makes her immune to a whole bunch of spells. So yes, I am going to hire Theria, and sure, we'll call her Theria, that's fine. All heroes always show up as on a horse carrying a banner, interestingly. So, Theria, head down there to join the attack force. How many moves do you have? 2. You have 2 moves. It'll still take you a little while to get there. Okay, so we've completed construction of our farmer's market. We are now producing buko food. I'm going to turn both of those guys into production because the next step is the armory. The armory is the prerequisite to the Fighters Guild, and the Fighters Guild is what you get trolls for. And I'll talk about that when we get to it. I may actually want to pause and get some city walls at some point, but for right now, let's just get the armory. I do have 2 troll spearmen guarding this place here. Spell-wise, I'm not casting anything at the moment. I'm going to alchemize a whole bunch of gold into power, cutting down on my gold reserves significantly, and summon some more ghouls. So, those units are in place. Over here, I'm going to take my Death Swordsman, I think. I've got a shrine here. I fear that as soon as I move those guys out, there's going to be a rebellion. I have 2 rebels. Tell you what, let's put... You guys are regulars. Let's take you 2. Let's put you 2 back inside. Okay, now I only have 1 rebel. So this army, there's 6 of them. There's 6 enemy halberdiers, so I can't take them on just yet. I need at least that other unit there. And I would also like the troll swordsman, please. Patrol. You all just hold your horses. No. Okay, I need to allocate another farmer somewhere. Let's allocate another farmer here. Okay. Generalton has grown. Fantastic. He's a rebel. Less fantastic. But still okay. You all wait. Okay, so now I've got 7 units. 3 of them are ghouls, 3 are death swordsmen, and 1 is a troll spear. However, they've also recruited another halberdier, so no, we still need to wait. Need to wait for that troll swordsman and the hero to join us. We need to have a full stack. Summon some more ghoulies. I am now actually technically negative on mana, but that's okay because I can always alchemize gold into power. 2 more turns to the armory, which will allow me to get halberdiers, which are a tougher swordsman unit. Troll halberdiers are not really exceptional. The troll racial bonuses kind of start to become less and less important as the units become more powerful, with one crucial exception, which you get from the Fighters Guild. Okay, 1 more turn. Actually, probably 2 more turns, I guess. Okay, we've completed construction of the armory, so I can now recruit halberdiers. So here's swordsmen, here's halberdiers. They have 1 more attack and 1 more defense, plus they negate first strike. So anybody that has first strike can be stopped by the halberdiers. However, they do cost an extra gold in upkeep, and they cost twice as much to build. So for trolls, not terribly worth it. The Fighters Guild, however, unlocks war trolls. And war trolls are something else altogether. Before I do that, however, I think I'm going to build... I want a few more structures. I think probably I'll start by building a sawmill, which will increase production of all my forests by 25%. It'll boost my production pretty significantly. Probably going to be worth it. You go... Okay, just wait. I need you to join the army. Okay, now I've got my full stack. And they've only got 6 halberdiers, I guess, so we're going in. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 halberdiers. Halberdiers are scary. They've got 5 attack, 3 defense, but with my swordsmen, which are objectively better, and my hero and all my ghouls, which are nearly as good, I think I can take them on. We are going to lead with the Death Swordsman, I think, so... What I'd like would be, I'd like these Death Swordsmen to kind of come around the flanks. The ghouls are actually going to hang back a little bit. Well, I wanted them to hang back a little bit, but I guess not. You guys get up there. You, hero, you are not exceptional in combat yet, so you stand aside a little bit. Get the Death Swordsman up. Get the ghouls to the flanks, and get the... too many clicks. Get the Troll Spearman forward. What spells can I cast? I can cast Darkness. I am going to cast Darkness. So, by casting Darkness, I have increased the strength of all of my death units, which includes my Death Swordsman, and I've not debuffed the Dwarven Halberdiers because they are not units of life, but increasing all of my death units by that small but significant amount is totally worth it. Okay, so those halberdiers don't want to advance because they know they'll get hit by my troll swordsman. Let's move these ghouls to the flanks. Let's move these death swordsmen to the front and those ghouls to the flanks. Death swordsman up, death swordsman up. Hero off to the flanks. Ghouls up and troll spears up. We're forming a line. Okay, so here they come. I'm going to move forward so I can get the first attack with my trolls. And the trolls did pretty well there. Let's get the Death Swordsman forward, ghouls forward. Everyone is going to advance. They are going to get the first hit along most of the front line by doing this, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? You can see my Death Swordsmen with that bonus are actually doing really good work. The trolls need to move here. Those Death Swordsmen need to attack those halberdiers. These Death Swordsmen need to get up there. My ghouls, unfortunately, are not engaged, so I'm not going to get a whole lot of resurrected troops. They might get that one. I think I'll get that one. I don't want Theria to move in, because Theria has... She does have 6 armor, but that halberdier unit will eat her alive if I let it. So Theria is going to pull back and say she's done. Okay. Doing pretty well. Troll Swordsmen, staying alive, doing their thing. Damaged units of Death Swordsmen still count as full health for garrisoning purposes. Let's get my ghouls up a little bit, and the hero. You wait. You also wait. You kill yourself off fighting them. You can move up. You can move up. You can actually kind of move into the town a little bit. You can move over there. Wait, I want the ghouls to attack. They did some damage. Okay, they're down to 4 units. And Theria lived, which was what I wanted. Wait, I want the ghouls to kill them off to get the maximum amount of ghoul damage. No, I do not want to raise the city. I destroyed the armory, and I got 1 dead unit back, so not as bad as it could have been. I do have 3 rebels, holy crap. You are all farmers. Stop all being farmers, please. The first thing I need is a shrine. I definitely need a shrine here because I absolutely have to have some mitigation of that problem I'm having. My income is now ridiculous for this point of the game, like really, really good, largely because these are all special income squares. Extra gold, extra gold, extra gold. So I'm getting a whole bunch of extra gold just from that. So city resources, I have maximum population of 9 down here, production bonus plus 55% and 11% extra gold. Up here is 72% production bonus and a little bit of less extra gold. But that's fine. I want that production bonus. I desperately want these guys to all be dwarven workers, working hard to give me dwarven things. So, income looking good, magic looking pretty good. I am actually going to kill my mana allocation entirely at this point and start pumping it all into research and skill points, because that -5 mana per turn is really just -5 gold per turn. That's all it means. And so with this little empire, this little burgeoning empire here, I think we're doing pretty well. Magic short. All sources of magical power have been shorted out. But that's okay, because I wasn't allocating anything to mana anyway. Also, Theria has leveled up. She is now a Myrmidon. She got an extra hit point, extra resistance, extra attack, and extra defense, and her agility then gave her an extra defense. So her armor is rapidly becoming very, very impressive. Yeah, extra defense, every level of experience. What I should do is start researching. Once I finish researching Mana Leak, I should start researching the spells to enchant items for her. But right now, I need to leave this army here while I build a shrine. Which will take a few turns, but nothing I can't handle. Up here, my sawmill will be done next turn. Okay, so we've got the sawmill done. That's increased our production to 20. With 20 production, we can have the Fighters Guild done in 10 turns. And the Fighters Guild will unlock War Trolls, which are the key of troll actually are the key of all troll strategy, to be honest, throughout the entire length of the game. So I do have some Death Halberdiers here, which are pretty decent units. I am going to take my Troll Spearmen and move them over here to explore where this goes. Before 5 Halberdiers at Southold. Okay, go back into the town. I don't want to try and take on 5 Halberdiers just yet. Miners Guild will take 34 turns. Ugh, oh, well, it costs 300, I guess. I don't want to spend 34 turns waiting. Let's get... Housing? No. Trade goods? Eh. Okay, keep making the Miners Guild, I guess. I need to get rid of that rebel. Build me some swordsmen. Build me swordsmen, please. Food-wise, where can I get some extra food from? I could build a farmer's market here. Let's buy the shrine. Okay, so we finished completion of our shrine. So we now only have 2 rebels, and we have 2 workers. We will get a granary here, and we'll buy that. That's going to take 1 turn. I'm going to have to temporarily turn that guy into a farmer, which will be fine. I've got a unit of Dwarven Swordsmen here, next to my Death Swordsman, trying to help keep down the rebellion. I think Undead may be worse at stopping rebellions, I'm not sure. But in any case, they're not doing a very good job right at the moment. Once I have War Trolls, which will happen pretty soon, I'll be able to start taking nodes in a serious way, because War Trolls are actually tough enough to take nodes due to a couple of interesting qualities they have. So Aelirth has gotten their granary, so we can turn him into a worker. That's great. We'll build a marketplace here next to boost our money yet further. Up here, we're going to turn him into a worker to increase the Fighters Guild fighterness. And we're going to alchemize some gold yet again into power. We have 116 mana, and we are going to use some of that mana. Oh, what will we use some of that mana to? Cloak of Fear, actually, as I was reminded of, Cloak of Fear is actually bugged. It doesn't have the proper effect. It often prevents your own troops from attacking as well as the enemy, which naturally is a problem. So we're not going to do that. I may summon some skeletons? Nah, they still cost 1 mana per turn to upkeep, so if I'm going to be spending 1 mana per turn, I might as well get ghouls. I'll summon actually another magic spirit, I think, for scouting purposes and node control purposes. I do definitely want to get those rebels down, which will take some time. But that army is just going to hang tight still for a little while. Okay, magic has returned to normal. Fine. Summoned a magic spirit. Great. Send him down this way to keep exploring. Get a little more explorimication done. I am not particularly making a food surplus, so it will be good. I'm buying more swordsmen down here in the hopes of getting another dwarf. Let's spend the money to get them next turn. Yes, I got another dwarf. Excellent. So now, let's turn... This hamlet down here is taking forever to do anything, but he's already a farmer. Up here I have a granary. I need a marketplace as well to get the farmer's market. I don't want to turn him into a farmer because he's producing things for me. I guess I'll turn one of you into a farmer temporarily. That will give me +1 food. You can patrol. Up here, my Fighters Guild will be done in 4 turns, and then I will want to recruit another unit there as well. Let's alchemize some more power. Spell-wise, my ghouls... Did I summon ghouls? I thought I was summoning ghouls. Let's summon ghouls. There is yet another town. Ooh, it's a troll town. A troll town with 5 troll halberdiers. Interesting. Okay, got some more ghouls. They still have not taken out my rebel. What if I set you to patrol? Nope, still haven't taken out the rebel, but the Fighters Guild will be done next turn, and then many of my problems will be solved. There's 5 halberdiers in that town, and there were the troll halberdiers over here in Grogington. Or, sorry, Groningen. So, one more turn. We're just going to have the army sit tight once again. Abanax has grown, and Generalton has completed construction of the Fighters Guild. So this is one of the real turning points for trolls. Because, so you can look at these. You can look at swordsmen, spearmen, swordsmen, halberdiers, and then war trolls. The first thing you notice is that war trolls are super, super expensive, but they're worth it. So if you compare them to halberdiers, war trolls have 2 extra melee, they have 1 extra armor, they have an extra resistance and an extra hit, so they're tougher, better defended, and they hit harder. But the most important quality they have is that they have 2 moves. They are twice as fast. They're as fast as cavalry. And what that means, in combination with their regeneration, is that against enemy infantry, war trolls can kite forever. If at any point they take damage and they don't want to be in that fight anymore, they can just pull away and run in circles and never be caught. While they regenerate 1 hit point per turn until they're back up to full, and then they go back into the fight. It's not a problem for them. So immediately, I'm going to start recruiting war trolls in Generalton, and I don't know that I will ever stop. War trolls will become even more formidable a little later in the game, but as it is, they are already quite dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I'm going to take this army. What am I researching right now, Apprentice? Yeah, I'm researching Mana Leak. It will take 9 turns. I'm actually going to stop increasing my skill so that I can research at maximum capacity, because I want to get Mana Leak done with. 4 turns, yes, that's better. And once I have Mana Leak, I will want to go on to the next spell. This army, I think, can probably take on those Dwarven Halberds. 5 of them. Let's move my Magic Spirit up there as well. And you all go in for the kill. One of the really cool side notes about trolls that you don't really notice until you've played them is because of their regeneration, they get experience for every battle, and so they become elite pretty quickly. Like, these swordsmen are already almost elite. You guys can advance up to there. Theria, you have better stats, and you are better suited to this kind of fight, so you can move up there. Get the ghouls moved up. Get the halberdiers moved up, the death halberds. Get the ghouls moved up behind my trolleys. And let's get the trollish spearmen moved up as well. Okay, so attack the halberds, please. You go over there. What happens if you fight them? You took almost no damage. They also took no damage. Okay, fair enough. Let's get the halberds up this way. These swordsmen up this way. These ghouls, I actually want these ghouls first to attack them. Did almost no damage. Ah, these halberds are veterans. Those are regulars. Regulars. Recruits. Regulars. Gotcha. You just wait for a moment. Let's move the spears up, and then we can kind of move the ghouls over a little bit. So those veterans are about to be killed. Okay, and then you can be done. You ghouls, yeah, attack them and die. That's fine. Spearmen, pull back to regenerate a little bit. Swordsmen, move up there. You still have taken no damage, interestingly. Oh, you just took a whole bunch of damage. Run away. Get these halberdiers up instead. You pull back once again. You also pull back. I do not want you fighting anymore. Let's cast... I don't have enough mana to cast a Darkness, unfortunately. But my Death Halberds are taking out these Halberds pretty effectively. My Death Swordsmen, less effective. Do a little bit of damage. My Spearmen and Troll Swordsmen will just wait a little bit to regenerate. I want to regenerate further, because I want to have I want to have my 4 models back. Let's move these guys down kind of sacrificially. Okay, I'm back up to 3 models, so take out those halberds. Yep, just take them out. Take them out. And attack them, please. You stay there. I think I can take them. Since every model I lose attacks, waiting until you regenerate models is generally pretty good strategy, but I can take him out at this point. Come on. Do it. Oh, I lost him, but she'll take out the last halberd. There we go. No, I don't want to raise the city. I did destroy the Builder's Hall. That's a pain. But I got my trolls back. They are regulars, and they are now veterans. They gained 10 experience through that. So I need the Builder's Hall back, because it will allow me to build a granary, which I need. Let's just buy it. We'll spend the money for it. And I lost all my ghouls and all my undead, but we're in a really good place. We can now begin mass-producing war trolls, which will change the game in that they will allow us to start taking mana nodes and really kicking our mana production through the roof. We have a node down here we can take. We have the node over here we can take. War trolls really will change the game. They'll also allow us to start raiding these other lairs down here. And with these dwarven villages, that dwarven village might actually rebel, which would be really, really sad. I'm not sure what the tipping point for rebellion is, but I know there is one. So as soon as we've got that marketplace, I think I might start manufacturing dwarven units to try and put any incipient rebellion down. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me once again and watching the trolls continue their rampage across the realm of Mirror. And next time, we will be moving into what we might call the mid-game with the super powerful units of the War Trolls and taking our army out to rampage even further across this world and the next. Thank you all so much, and take care.